What's going on, guys? So today, this video, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. Somebody in the comments, and there's several ideas that I have for the next videos as far as content goes, but I do get a lot of ideas from the comments section, so I'm always urging people to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about whatever topic I'm covering or whatever the video is, and who knows, I might just take one of those comments and I might try and make some content out of it. But somebody was asking me, what are the top 10 sets of 2022? So, there's a big difference there in the top 10 sets of Sword and Shield and the top sets of 2022. So, instead of covering Sword and Shield, because I feel like I kind of already did something similar to that, talking about the prices in the market of these sets, even though I could do another video going more in depth about each set in Sword and Shield, I'm just going to talk about the sets that have come out in 2022. I've got my trusty work laptop now, so I'm just looking here at the sets, making sure we're on track. So 2021 actually finished with Fusion Strike. I didn't really even know that, but now I'm looking at the Pokemon.com official expansions. So let's start out with Brilliant Stars, okay? Brilliant Stars is an amazing set in terms of the alternate art. The alternate art is Charizard. I will go ahead and grab that for you guys since I do have it. Oh God, making me get up. Alright, so let's grab this Brilliant Stars. Now, I might not have something to reference for everything, but I knew when this set came out, I really wanted this card. I'm surprised I don't have several copies of this card, because I absolutely love it. It is the Charizard alternate art. It's kind of weird, because it's showing a back shot, which is kind of similar to the Lugia and Silver Tempest, but that didn't make a difference to me. I love this card. I love how Venusaur and Charizard are going at it. I've said it in other videos in the past, and I will say it again. I want cards that have aggressive battle stances. I don't want like just the cute cards or the, the artwork can be beautiful, but I personally, my preference is I want battle stance cards, and that is exactly what this card is. You can see the vine of Venusaur coming out, attacking Charizard. Really trying to get this card as close as possible. The case that it's in and the sleeve that's covering the case definitely puts some glare on the card and makes it a little bit harder to see. But I hope you guys can see this clearly and well. It's really a fantastic artwork. That is the main card that a lot of people are going to go after in Brilliant Stars. The other artwork is the Arceus alt art. Arceus is a legendary Pokemon, a mysterious legendary Pokemon. It is growing on me. Palkia, Dialga, they're growing on me. I still like the traditional legendaries, the birds, the dogs. Anything from up to Gen 3 is pretty much what I like. And I kind of fell out of Pokemon when Diamond and Pearl hit. And I had friends that were trying to get me to play the Diamond and Pearl game, but and the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh, but it just wasn't happening for me. I was focused on, my degree, which is finance and business, and I was focused on getting a good job out of college and having a bunch of money saved up, or, finding a girl to start my life with. Those were things that I was focused on when I was getting out of college, or even trying to get into college. So, card games just weren't really the top priority for me. And I feel like that's going to be the case with a lot of people. That 4, 5, 6 year break from when you're 18 to your mid 20s, I think is an area where everyone can start getting back into it. But even then, you're trying to figure out your life. You're trying to figure out your purpose. You got so much stuff going on. But anyways, Brilliant Stars has that Arceus as well. Those are kind of the artworks that I feel like everybody wants. I have a lot because I opened up. Brilliant Stars is probably the set that I opened the most packs of, that I really thought, like, I'm going to pull this Charizard. I'm going to pull it on the channel. It's going to be epic. That just wasn't the case. I didn't pull any alternate art from Brilliant Stars. The best thing I got from Brilliant Stars was the Umbreon, which is pretty cool, and I could show that as well. I can show you all the cards from Brilliant Stars. I have them up top. Oh, this is a bad idea. But all those cards sitting up there are a bunch of alt arts, and then I have a section that is pretty much all of my Brilliant Stars full art cards, and I can show those to you guys. Those are my main pulls. There's a lot of great mentions there, but I just, other than the Charizard, I didn't see any big hype for this set. I'm mainly going after these chase cards when I'm looking at a set. Because it had the Charizard, though, because it had, you know, packs like Charizard artworks. Do I have a Brilliant Stars pack? I can show you. Let me just grab one off of my sleeve display real quick. So when I saw this artwork, I thought that this set was going to be huge. I thought it was going to be huge. That just really wasn't the case. I feel like at the time people were a little bit burned out on Pokemon because I was seeing the sets sit a little bit. At the same time, it was hard to find booster boxes, but I could find sleeves everywhere I went. We went to Target, we went to Walmart, we went to GameStop. I bought whatever I could find, and I opened all of it. And I was very disappointed in what I actually pulled. But moving forward, I think because of the Charizard, Brilliant Stars is a great set to go up in value. That card alone, for me personally, is why I got into that set so heavily. Right now, I think Brilliant Stars is like $1,100 a case. Something like that. I wish I would have bought a case right when it came out, but it's a learning lesson. So as Scarlet and Violet comes out, you know, everyone who's learned what's happened with the prices of Sword and Shield, you should learn from this and you should take it on into the next era. You know, it's not a failure if you didn't pick up a lot of sets, if you weren't buying a lot of sealed product. It's not a failure. It's a learning experience. You know, we saw that set did so well. We saw that Pokemon is doing so well. You know, especially when you compare Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon's killing it. It's killing it. And I think Magic's really cool. You know, I've had friends that try to get me into Magic. I think the artworks on the back of the cards look really cool. I want to get into Magic. I haven't. Right now, it's pretty much going to be Pokemon, and then I want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! For a bit. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is releasing, if you guys know, you know, there's going to be a 25th anniversary Yu-Gi-Oh! Release, and they are going to be basically reprinting all of the old, five of the old first sets that came out for Yu-Gi-Oh! I know one of the big controversial ones is going to be the Legend of Blue Eyes set. That's going to be huge because that's like a $3,000 booster box to $5,000 booster box if it's unlimited. If it's first edition, we're talking 20, 30, 40K. But that's going to be devastating for the unlimited collectors when that comes out. Now, the packs are going to be stamped with a 25th anniversary stamp, but I don't know how the cards are going to look. If the cards look exactly the same, I don't know how you're going to be able to tell the difference. I'm sure they'll have some kind of serial code. But anyways, moving on. We're talking Pokemon. I know I get a little bit off topic. Astral Radiance came out after Brilliant Stars. I was so burnt out from Brilliant Stars that I was like, I don't even care about Astral Radiance. And honestly, I'm kind of happy that happened because I needed to take a break and get my priorities back in check. I was pretty bummed out about how much money I spent on Brilliant Stars and how few cards I actually pulled. Like, the value of cards I pulled is probably, like, right now, $100 tops. Guys, I opened over $1,200 worth of sleeved packs and booster boxes of Brilliant Stars right when it came out. And right when it came out, those packs were $4 and those boxes were like $140, $150 tops. So I opened a lot of packs. I really didn't get the return I was hoping for, but it just goes to show that pulling alternate arts is very hard, and that's why they're so investable. And that is why it's such a great card to pick up and have in your collection. These alternate arts are just crazy. So when Astral Radiance came out, I knew that Astral Radiance was going to have the alternate Pialka arts. I wasn't really interested. Again, these other legendaries are still growing on me. It's taking some time. But I knew about the Machamp. There's a Machamp alt art in Astral Radiance. I only have 2 booster boxes of Astral Radiance. But there's a Machamp, and that card right now is starting to trend up in value. But again, I really like Battle Stance alternate arts. So, you know, even the Umbreon is kind of hard for me to be a huge fan of. Other than it's a beautiful card, I like Battle Stance cards. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it to go after that Machamp and go after the Pialka. There were some other great cards, some other great full arts in Astral Radiance, but Astral Radiance just wasn't really on my radar. And granted, if you like Astral Radiance, there's nothing wrong with that. These are just my opinions. I have very limited knowledge on Astral Radiance because I barely open anything in Astral Radiance. Maybe I opened like 1 or 2 packs of Astral Radiance. It was just kind of, it was just something that I wasn't that interested in. Okay, moving forward, we have Pokemon Go. So Astral Radiance came out, and then Pokemon Go came out, and I was like, oh my god, Astral was already seeming to me like a money grab. And the reason I say that, it's a main expansion, and it's a good set, but you have to be ready for these sets to come out. As they're coming out, you have to be financially prepared to get into each set. And if you are catching up to this hobby, it seems like you're just getting burnt out. And I keep saying this, I want to do a video talking about how this hobby has the tendency to burn out collectors. How I'm sure any hobby regarding TCGs these days, because they're just printing and printing, it's become so corporate. That's burning out collectors and investors. Luckily, Pokemon is such a broad-scale collectible and hobby that it's in everything. We've got video games, clothing, toys, cards. It's not like they're just reliant on the cards as their revenue stream. And SM Pratt, I don't know if you guys follow this other channel, SM Pratt does a great job of explaining that. He does a much better job than I can. I really look up to him as a collector, and also I'm glad that he does YouTube videos because he's very analytical about the hobby and very straight to the point, very frank. But anyways, when Pokemon Go came out, I was burnt out from Astral Radiance. You guys may hear my 1-year-old daughter in the background. She's playing with her toys. She might go ba 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 at some point. I don't know, but we'll be done here shortly. When Pokemon Go came out, I was so burnt out from Brilliant Stars that I was already like, I'm missing out on Astral Radiance completely. Like, I struggled to buy 1 booster box of Astral Radiance because I was still trying to financially pull back from Pokemon as a whole and then get back into it when it was sustainable for me. And then, I also have to focus on my day-to-day life, working at the bar, managing the bar. That was a whole other job. So it was hard to dive into Pokemon while we're also trying to grow our actual family business. But Pokemon Go came out, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. It kind of gave me the Celebrations vibes. I knew that there was going to be the Radiant Charizard and the Radiant Venusaur and the Radiant Blastoise. And I know there's a lot of other cards in that set. Radiance, and you had the alternate art Pokemon Go Mewtwo, which was kind of the chase card of that set. I looked at that card. I didn't really care about it, but I was very interested in having the Radiant Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. I think those are just fantastic, and I think they will go up in value a good bit. I think that they're not lame cards. The artworks aren't crazy, but at the same time, in a couple of years, I think we're going to look back and be like, wow, these artworks weren't bad. But yeah, when Pokemon Go came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I already wasn't prepared for Astral Radiance. It just seemed like these sets were really coming at me. And as I'm looking at the set list for 2022, I'm realizing there really wasn't that much stuff that came out this year. Like, how is it that I'm saying Pokemon burnt me out and burned collectors, burned us out? How is it that I'm saying that if there's only so many sets? Well, because they release so much product. They flood the market with this product, and the market really is happily absorbing the product. From what I can tell, GameStop, the one that I'm locally going to, it's always cleaning out. Even when they have stacks of product, it still seems to clean out, which signals a very healthy hobby and a very healthy market. But when Go came out, they had all these boxes. I think they had the tins too, and I grabbed a little display box full of boxes. I know there's a Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Like, there's some collector-based stuff. You have to pick it all up because you're a collector. So I picked up all that stuff. If I was more prepared, I would have brought all of those collectible sealed products in here to show you guys individually all the things that I picked up. But it's in my garage and bins. I'm not going to go that far. But Pokemon Go, it had those Radiant cards. But again, I was learning at this point to adapt and change my expectations for like pull rates and what I was actually getting, like the value I was actually getting. And I kind of decided I'm going to buy the cards that I've wanted for the past 2 years. I'm going to buy those cards, all the alternate arts, the Umbreon from Evolving Skies, the Charizard from Brilliant Stars. I wanted to get those cards knocked out, and I kind of took that strategy. I took it along with going into Pokemon Go. I was like, I'm going to buy these Radiant cards. And I was able to buy the Charizard, the Venusaur, and the Blastoise, and the Eevee, and then some other cards that were thrown in for free. I was able to get those for about $50 for all three. I just sent a kid an offer. This is when the bids were a little bit higher on them. Now you could probably even get those 3 cards for less. But I got those 3 for $50, and then I said, okay, I'm pretty much done with Pokemon Go now. I have these cards. I can move forward. I have some sealed product. I can move forward. There is still Pokemon Go product at my local GameStop, as well as some Charizard UPCs. So it seems like stuff kind of sits around for a while. Not necessarily reprints, but it sits around. Or maybe the Charizard UPCs at GameStop were a reprint. But we got Pokemon Go. And then we've got Lost Origin. Now, Lost Origin came out, and I did want that set because it had the Aerodactyl alternate art, and it had the Giratina, which from a money investment standpoint, the Giratina is the card that you want. From the collector standpoint, the Aerodactyl is the card that I wanted. And I knew that the pull rates were really tough on those cards to get them. So I really wanted to buy that card as a single. I still don't have those alternate arts. I may not go for the Giratina, but I'm surprised I haven't gone for the Aerodactyl. Again, I'm taking a long-term break. I'm focusing on the channel more so than I am buying product. And basically, I am saving up so that I can buy the first edition Charizard pretty much outright. And I can cross that big collector's item off of my list. I really want a first edition Charizard, like a PSA 5 or 6, or even a 4 or 4.5 Beckett. That would be sick. So I really want that card, so I'm saving for that. But when Lost Origin came out, I connected with someone on my Instagram who was Charlotte local, who claims they were connected with Troll and Toad. I took that advice as the truth. I met with them. Everything looks legit. I was thinking today to actually cut open the case to make sure that everything was legit, even though everything looks very professionally sealed as it would come from Pokemon. It looks just like my other cases, but I'm always skeptical, so I think I'm going to open that case today and check it out. But I was able to get 6 boxes of Lost Origin for $90 a box, roughly. It was $5.40 cash. I didn't have to pay taxes. I didn't have to pay for shipping. So, and I tried to buy from that person locally again with Silver Tempest, but they said there was no margin on it. So, you know, it is what it is. But Lost Origin came out. There was a line at my local hobby shop for that set. From the pictures, I knew that there was a line. So, you know, and I wasn't at the hobby shop. These are pictures from other people. But I noticed that when Silver Tempest came out, and I'm moving on here to Silver Tempest. When Silver Tempest came out, I was at the hobby shop. I was like, oh, there's going to be a line here. I'm one of the first people here. I had a shift coming up fairly close to the time they opened, so I was like itching to get booster boxes and get out of there. And what I found was astonishing. There was no one there. There was like 2 people with me waiting in line, and so we basically absorbed as many boxes of Silver Tempest as we could afford. They were 140. So, and we got points as well from the hobby shop, and then there was tax as well. So that kind of hurt. I got 6 boxes from them, and I got another one recently, so that's 7. And then I bought online a case for $580 off Simply Unlucky. That was a way better deal. That kind of brought my cost down a little bit, but man, I want to support local businesses. I want to support hobby shops. But gosh, is it expensive to buy an $140 booster box. In hindsight, that's going to look cheap down the road, I'm sure. But anyway, so I loaded the boat on Silver Tempest. I'm kind of getting my stuff together financially. Trying not to curse anymore on this channel. I was trying to get my stuff together financially so I would be ready for the next sets that were coming out to really invest in them hardcore. And so Silver Tempest, I was able to do that. And then on top of that, I've showed you guys before, everybody in Silver Tempest is going after... I'm going to make everything fall off of my shelf. Oh, crap. everybody in Silver Tempest was going after this alternate art, the Shadow Lugia, so to speak, where he's flying over someone in a boat and some crashing waves and kind of a tsunami. I'm definitely more of a fan of the Charizard from Brilliant Stars than I am from the Lugia from Silver Tempest, even though they're both sick. They both have the similar back shot going on. But anyways, I ended up buying that as a single and decided that was really the only card that I had to have from that set. And then I just collected a bunch of booster boxes in a case sealed. And that was that. You know, it was a done deal. And it felt really good. I was like, you know, it's not as good as opening it, but how much is the hype worth it to you? It is a gamble, and people need to talk about that in the community. And I'm going to work it into more and more videos that you know, it has a psychological impact. When you're opening these packs and you're not getting anything, it makes you pretty depressive. Like, and I know that I'm not alone in feeling that. You feel let down, you feel depressive, and I hope that Pokemon can remedy this and give more in each of these packs. They're $4. It's shiny cardboard. Yes, it's an investment, but also you want it to be fun. And if you're a kid, you don't care about the money. You're like, oh, cool, I got this. If you're an adult and you're looking at your paycheck and you're looking at how much you spend on cardboard, then it gets kind of sad when you don't pull anything worthwhile. It's not even like we want to pull these cards to make money on them. It's more so, and, you know, there should be better pull rates, you know, for the secondary market. But the reason these cards on the secondary market go so fast is because they're so hard to pull. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I should stop there. But, you know, I want to point out the fact that, you know, it's an addictive hobby and you get sucked into it and you really got to pace yourself. And I'm glad that the community of subscribers that we've built on here, you know, everybody kind of agrees with that. Everyone kind of knows that you have to pace yourself, have a strategy, budget, and I'm trying to talk about that in more videos that I do. I'm trying to put more emphasis on, you know, don't get sucked into the hobby right away. You know, give it some time. Do your due diligence and find the cards that are most worthwhile to you. God, I love this new chair. Ever since I got this chair, it's been so much easier to make videos. I'm so comfortable, and I don't know why I waited so long. Who's texting me? Okay. Anyways, okay, getting a little off topic. So that wraps up 2022. And if you ask me, I did not realize Brilliant Stars was a part of 2022. I should have remembered that, but it feels so far away now already. Oh, God, this is tough because I feel like Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest are neck and neck. I really do. I'm going to go with Brilliant Stars, even though I got burned by Brilliant Stars badly. I feel like I could get burned by any set pretty badly by just opening a ton of cards and not getting the alt art that I want. But I'm going to go with Brilliant Stars because I do feel like this Charizard, I know Charizard is overrated. I know he's been overplayed. I know we've seen way too much Charizard this year. We should be sick of Charizard at this point. But man, oh God, this is just trying to get the camera to really focus on this card. It's a beautiful card and it's a beautiful artwork. And I feel like the battle stance is better than the Lugia art. I know I'm basically comparing two sets, not even based on the meta or the TCG functionality of each set. I'm really basing the sets off of these chase cards and the cards that are in the branding. But, you know, that's just how I'm doing my analysis. That's how I'm looking at it from an investment standpoint. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say that Brilliant Stars was number 1. Silver Tempest was number 2. Pokemon Go was negligible. It's really, you know, the third place is really between Go, Astral, Radiance, and Lost Origin. And I feel like it's a no-brainer that Lost Origin would come in, you know, the second place, and Astral would come in third place. Pokemon Go was very lackluster. I feel like a lot of people are going to agree with that. If you got sucked into Pokemon Go when you got into the hobby, I am sorry for you because that is a painful set. I didn't even open any Pokemon Go. I have the products and I have some of the cards. That's how I invested. I did not open any Pokemon Go product, but I know people that did. I've talked to friends of mine here locally that opened up a bunch of it, trying to pull the cards they wanted, and it was a crapshoot. So I think Pokemon Go just doesn't even rank near Astral or Lost Origin, especially because that's kind of an extra expansion. We're talking about main expansions here. So, but Astral Radiance has that Piauka, that alternate art, and that Machamp. And those are both really great. I think those are really good alternate arts. And then you have the Aerodactyl, which has this really realistic look in Lost Origin, and the Giratina. And the reason that I'm putting Lost Origin in front of Astral is because of the Giratina. But I guess if I had to stick it with no ties, with Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest being so close in my opinion, I would have to say Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin. A lot of people would probably put Lost Origin above Silver Tempest because the Giratina is just fetching such a premium. But I think all these alt arts need time in the market to go up in value and kind of age like a fine wine so we can better distinguish the value of each of these cards. But yeah, for now, Brilliant Stars takes first place in my opinion, Silver Tempest takes second, and Lost Origin takes third. Very easy to do a rating like that when we're talking about just the sets from this year as opposed to the sets in all of Sword and Shield, because that would be actually it wouldn't even be that much harder. If I were to rate right now, and I could do a whole separate video on this, but just real quick off the top of my head, if I were to rate Sword and Shield sets from the top 3, I would say hands down, Evolving Skies. The Moonbreon as an investment in itself, and all the other alt arts in that set and full arts, the VMAX full arts of the EV Evolutions. All those cards in that set are fantastic, even though it can be painful to open hundreds of packs like Rattle Pokemon did recently. That was insane watching that live. And now Danny Phantom is doing a live. He's opening a ton of packs right now, and I congratulated him on 100,000 subscribers. That's insane. Hope to get to that point at some point, but Evolving Skies just takes the cake. Everybody knows that it's common ground at this point. If you're new to the hobby, Evolving Skies is what you want. Next in line, I would say, people are going to hate on me for this, but Brilliant Stars, because of that Charizard alt art, I really think that's a special card. I know it might not have as much playability as maybe the Giratina or as much rarity as the Giratina from Lost Origin, but this is a personal preference. I want to say Evolving, Brilliant, and Silver Tempest because of the Lugia. The Umbreon, Charizard, and the Lugia really are just 3 fantastic cards that we were blessed with this year. Let me know what you guys think in terms of the 5 sets that have come out this year. Let me know what your favorite set was, and let me know why in the comments. And if you have any video ideas for any content that you guys would like to see, I'm always open to it. I try my best to genuinely respond to all the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know last night before I got off work at the bar, I know we passed 700 subscribers, and then I woke up and I think at the time of doing this video, I was at 730 subscribers, so that was pretty awesome. I almost have no doubt in my mind we're going to break 800 subscribers by the end of the night. And if we do that, I will do another pack opening tonight of Silver Tempest, maybe Brilliant Stars. God, I wanted to pull the Charizard from Brilliant Stars so bad. And I think I'm still in the back of my mind hoping that I can maybe pull another or not even pull, but pull my first alternate art Charizard, because as I've told you guys, all these alternate arts are cards that I've bought, and it's not the same feeling, but it feels good to collect those cards and to check them off my list. Anyways, guys, that's a wrap. Last but not least, it's not 2022 that it's coming out, but guys, we got Crown Zenith coming out next. January 20th, that's set to release. I will be doing a vlog style video at my local hobby shop across the street. What the demand's looking like, how many people are lined up for that set. We'll see what that's like, but I don't know. It seems like a hype train right now. I know there's a lot of great alternate arts and full arts in that set. It's going to be nuts, guys. It's going to be crazy. Like Scarlet and Violet is really starting off with a bang. I really think so. And I guess that's still a part of Sword and Shield. Yeah. So Crown Zenith is still a part of Sword and Shield. If it was in 2022, technically, I feel like Crown Zenith, if anything, because I haven't seen any of the cards yet, I feel like it's neck and neck with Evolving Skies, you know, or at the very least Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest, but it's going to be crazier probably. So, you know, I feel like I can't compare that with any of the sets we've seen because it's going to be so different. But anyways, get ready for that, guys. Prepare your wallets for January 20th because it's going to get wild. They're going to have so many products. They're going to have, you know, these sleeve booster packs. They're going to have bundle booster packs. They're going to have ETBs. They're going to have booster boxes. You're going to be able to, well, no, they're not going to have booster boxes. And they're not going to have booster box cases. But they might have ETB cases. So you might be able to go about that. Hi. Oh, okay. My wife's telling me to turn down the volume. Aspen has just been put down for her nap. And that's a great way to wrap up the video, guys. Crown Zenith is going to be nuts. Let me know in the comments what you think about Crown Zenith coming out. Gosh, I'm not ready. I'm seriously not ready. I'm still recuperating from Silver Tempest. I'm still trying to save up for vintage cards that I really want. And Pokemon just will not let me save my money. On the bright side, I am caught up with Sword and Shield. I think I still need Rebel Clash. I still need that set. Obviously Crown Zenith as well. But I'm caught up with Sword and Shield, which feels really good. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I think I may embark on collecting Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, Sun and Moon. I think I'm going to end up trying to collect those next sets. And then I can say I've literally tried to collect everything and the entire hobby line, which it is a lot, but it's not a lot. When you think about 20 years of product, it's very doable. You can catch up to it. If we were 50 years down the line or 30 or 40 years down the line, I would say it's damn near going to be impossible to collect everything in Pokemon. So if you're going to do it, it's never too late. You know, it's better late than never. But anyways, I'm just trying to recuperate for Crown Zenith, and it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be so crazy. I foresee there being a huge line going out the door of my hobby shop. People maybe were recuperating and they maybe slept on Silver Tempest, which I think was a grave mistake. I think Silver Tempest is going to be just a rocket as an investment. But I'll do a vlog style video and I'll let you guys know and see for yourself what the demand is actually in reality looking like for Crown Zenith. Anyways, thank you guys so much for supporting me and everything that I do, having an audience, having your support, getting those comments that are like, hey dude, you're doing great, I appreciate you, good work. You think that you're just leaving a comment. You're not just leaving a comment. You're impacting someone's life and you're encouraging them to have more confidence and to carry themselves with a purpose. And I feel like I have that for the first time with this channel. I'm so excited. I have no reservations anymore. I'm not worried about anything. Like, I'm just doing me, and you guys are accepting of that. You're accepting of my content being raw and unfiltered and not edited. Well, I guess I shouldn't say unfiltered because technically I used to curse a lot, and now I'm not cursing in the videos. I'm trying for it to be a little more family friendly, and sometimes, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much, and I look forward to doing the next video. I don't know if I'm gonna get another one done today because I do have to get ready to go to the bar. But just thank you so much, guys, and let me know what you think in the comments. Anyways, peace out, guys. I need to go. I need to let you go, and I'll see you in the next video.